shall I nominate? Andrew, do you mind?
Yeah, so we had here a very wide range of digital activity, from adding pictures to the Glasgow story, to community work with climbing on the Dunbar Rock, through to analysis of visitor experience, shaping the visitor offer in the Riverside Museum. We felt that digitisation was important because it helps gain new audiences, engagement with community groups, it enables culture to be part of daily life, and that co-production can be really, really helpful. Then it's increasingly useful for replacing culture in services like Flickr, YouTube, Facebook. What we're concerned that we haven't heard enough about, and which is one of our problems, is the role of co-production and community partnership and how important that's becoming. In terms of funding, although we're all conscious that we're supposed to be providing a service, often funding is only short term. If you've only got funding for 2 years, you can only do it for 2 years. That leads on to the major issues about relationship with the audience, being a step with the audience, not being too far ahead, and also refreshing your offer. The role of commercial services as a matter of concern, the impact of services like Bright Solid, digitalisation was an issue. So in future workshops, briefly what we want to discuss in future workshops include the role of community production, the balance between open access, public involvement and production. Who is the expert now? What's the sort of terminology that we use for that? Understanding skill sets of audiences, where there are gaps in internet connectivity. We don't want to go down the smartphone mistake, assume everyone has got a smartphone. We want to think about engagement with the audience community. Appraisal, we think, is important. Why do audiences need to access online? Where does the virtual visitor fit into what we're thinking about? How do we deal with digital objects and digital collections? And what are practical mechanisms for evaluating impact? We had a long discussion about the nature of impact and expectations of impact. I think our final message was that we felt it's ultimately all about people. We have to keep sight of that, and that needs to be in our discussion. And if it's tools, we need to really disengage.
Perfect. Wonderful. I haven't written anything because I saw you were busily typing some
I'm going to email it to you.
And the co-production, co-creation could be in fact part of the emphasis on users for the next workshop. It's a very good idea. Ian is gagging to go, I see, kind of stuff.
Well, I just not sat down.
Okay, so I'll ask him to go after that.
I'm literally next to Mike. Well, but we had Katrina, Alison Beer in our group, and a diverse range of organisations and career perspectives there, which was quite useful. In terms of things that I'm going to sound like Donald Rumsfeld, which has always been a lifelong ambition. Things we think we know before we get the things we don't perhaps know. Things we think we know is how important it is not to assume that our audiences understand what the offer is, and the need to engage and speak to constituents and users and to make the offer relevant and meaningful to them, irrespective of what we think is important, to make sure they understand or we take their views into consideration. I suppose in relation to that making things freely available, accessible to, means different things to different people, and there are all sorts of issues that we recognise now associated with rights that still need to be unpicked, but we know that there are issues around rights issues and accessibility. We recognise the advantages in the reach that digital content can bring, and certainly how that seems to, in lots of cases, drive virtual and physical footfall to organisation websites. That there is a headline use of this if we look at hits and stats and so on. But that brings us on to the ongoing question, if you like. We still don't know what people are actually doing with this stuff a lot of the time. We can get lots of numbers and increasingly sophisticated numbers through things like Google Analytics, but the meaning behind that and the value and the benefit is still very unclear. And in fact, what we need to do is think about the criteria for success and for benefit or value. What does that look like before we can go on and think about the method for potentially assessing that, which in turn feeds into sustainability of projects. being able to understand and to demonstrate benefit, impact, value, which I think is important. Future, so that might form some of the future topics. We recognise the importance of collaboration, and I think we talked about co-production there, and how useful this event was for different sectors coming together, and the networking opportunities.